Learn English through stories. Inspiring African Americans. Chapter 1. Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks was a woman who lived in the United States a long time ago. She was born in Tuskegee, Alabama in 1913, and she died in 2005. Rosa was a brave woman who did something very important to help change the country. She grew up during a very difficult time when Black people in the South were treated unfairly. They had to use separate schools, restrooms, and even drinking fountains because of segregation laws. If Black people didn't follow the law, they would be arrested. Rosa moved to Montgomery, Alabama, in 1943, and she worked as a seamstress. She was an active member of the NAACP, which was a group that worked to end segregation and discrimination against Black people. She wanted to make a change for other Black people, and she fought for justice. One day, in 1955, Rosa was riding on a bus in the city of Montgomery, Alabama. She was tired after a long day at work and she just wanted to go home. The bus was crowded, and the bus driver told her to give up her seat to a white person. This was because of segregation laws that said Black people had to sit in the back of the bus and give up their seats to white people if the bus became crowded. Rosa refused. She knew that it was not fair for Black people like her to have to give up their seats to white people just because of the color of their skin. She was tired of being treated unfairly, and she knew that the segregation laws were wrong. Rosa was arrested for not giving up her seat. But her refusal to give up her seat inspired many other Black people to stand up for their rights too. People started to protest and refused to ride the buses until the rules changed. It was a turning point in the civil rights movement. It showed that people were no longer willing to accept segregation and discrimination, and it inspired others to fight for their rights too. Finally, the rules did change and Black people could sit wherever they wanted on the bus. Rosa's actions made a big difference in the country and helped make the world a better place for Black people. Today, she is remembered as a hero and a symbol of resistance. She is still a role model for many African Americans. Her bravery and determination continue to inspire people around the world to stand up for what is right and to fight for justice and equality. Rosa's actions will never be forgotten.
Chapter 2. Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant was a basketball player who lived in the United States. He was born in 1978 and he died in 2020. Kobe was one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and he was loved by many people all over the world. Kobe started playing basketball when he was a young boy. He was very good at the game and he loved it. When he grew up, he became a professional basketball player. He played for the Los Angeles Lakers for 20 years, and he won many awards and championships during that time. Kobe was known for his talent, his hard work, and his determination. He was a great scorer, and he could make difficult shots that many other players could not. He was also a good team player, and he helped his team win many games. Kobe was very dedicated to his sport, and he worked hard every day to be the best. He was always practicing, trying to improve his skills and helping his team win. People admired him for his work ethic and his determination. Kobe also made a big impact off the court. He was a philanthropist, and he did a lot of work to help others. He started a charity called the Kobe and Vanessa Bryant Family Foundation, which helped young people and families in need. He was also a role model for many people, and he inspired them to work hard and pursue their dreams. In 2020, Kobe and his daughter Gianna died in a helicopter crash. The news of his death was a shock to many people, and they were sad to see such a great person and athlete gone. But Kobe's legacy lives on, and he continues to inspire people all over the world. Kobe will always be remembered as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He was a talented, hard-working, and determined athlete who made a big impact on the world. His memory will live on, and he will always be remembered as a hero and a role model to many people.
Chapter 3. Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey was born in Mississippi in the year 1954. When she was young, she lived in poverty and faced many difficulties, but she always had a dream to become successful. Oprah worked hard and became one of the most famous people in the world. Oprah started her job as a news reporter on TV. Later, she became a host of her own talk show called The Oprah Winfrey Show. Her show was very popular and was watched by many people around the world. People liked her show because Oprah talked to guests about their lives, problems, and happy moments. She was a good listener and caring, and people loved her for that. Oprah used her success to help others. She gave money to organizations that help people in need. She also talked about important social issues on her show and tried to make the world a better place. Oprah also became an actress and appeared in movies and TV shows. She even started her own TV network called the Oprah Winfrey Network, which helps and inspires people. Oprah is an inspiration to many. She faced challenges in her life, but she worked hard and became successful. She is also a kind person who uses her success to help others. Her story shows that if you work hard and believe in yourself, you can achieve your dreams. Today, Oprah is still famous and continues to make a positive impact on the world. She is loved by many and her story will continue to inspire people for a long time. Oprah is a great example of what can be achieved through hard work, determination, and a desire to help others.
Chapter 4. Barack Obama.
Barack Obama was born in Hawaii in 1961. He grew up in a mixed family, with a Kenyan father and an American mother. Despite facing challenges, Barack was a bright student and excelled in school. He went on to study at prestigious universities, including Columbia University in New York. After university, Barack worked as a community organizer and helped people in need. He later became a lawyer and taught at the University of Chicago. In 2004, he decided to run for the United States Senate and became the first African American senator from Illinois. In 2008, Barack ran for President of the United States. He won the election and became the first African American president in American history. As president, Barack faced many challenges, but he worked hard to make the country a better place. He passed important laws that helped millions of people, including the Affordable Care Act, which provided health insurance to millions of people who couldn't afford it before. Barack also worked to improve relationships with other countries. He made progress in reducing tensions with Iran and Cuba, and worked to bring peace to the Middle East. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2009 for his efforts to promote peace and cooperation around the world. During his presidency, Barack was known for his inspiring speeches and his ability to bring people together. He was loved and respected by people all over the world, and he left a positive impact on the country and the world. After his presidency, Barack continued to be active in public life. He wrote books and gave speeches, and he worked to inspire the next generation of leaders. He remains an inspiration to many people, and his legacy will continue to impact the world for generations to come. In conclusion, Barack Obama was a remarkable person who faced challenges, worked hard, and achieved great things. He was the first African American president of the United States and made important changes in the country and the world. He remains an inspiration to many, and his story shows that with hard work, determination, and a passion for helping others, anyone can achieve their dreams.
Chapter 5. Katherine Johnson.
Katherine Johnson was born in 1918 in West Virginia. She loved maths from a young age and was very good at it. When she was in school, she was often one of the few African American students in her classes, but she never let that stop her. She worked hard and was always at the top of her class. After high school, Katherine went to college to study maths and science. She was one of a few African American students there and faced many challenges, but she never gave up. After college, she worked as a teacher, but she wanted to do more with her skills. In 1953, Katherine started working at the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, as a computer. Back then, computers were people who did calculations by hand. Katherine was one of a small group of African American women who worked at NASA as computers. They were known as human computers. Katherine's work at NASA was very important. She was involved in the calculations that helped send astronauts to space, including astronaut John Glenn. John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth, and Katherine's calculations helped make sure the mission was a success. Katherine's work was so important that she was asked to work on the Apollo program, which was the program that sent astronauts to the moon. Katherine's calculations helped make sure the moon landing was successful, and her work was critical to the success of the entire program. Despite the challenges she faced, Katherine never gave up. She was determined to succeed and make a difference. Her hard work and dedication paid off, and she became one of the most important mathematicians in the history of NASA. Today, Katherine is remembered as a hero and an inspiration.
Her story shows that with hard work and determination, anyone can achieve their dreams, no matter what challenges they face.